Good morning, LAP. It's Thursday, January 20th for another LAP Chairman's Report. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Order bank Escape 53,008. Corsair 8,092 for a grand total of 61,100. Order bank still healthy. Customers and orders are still coming in. So keep building the best unit we possibly can, and hopefully everything works out for the best. Let's go over to bids. We got bids that are up right now, and it's on the LAP homepage at the LA Employee Links LAP SharePoint site. That's the same place bids are, overtime, roll letters. We're still working on the KTP sign up portion of it, and the day off program will be on there also. So as soon as we get the other kinks worked out, that's going to be a one-stop shop for everybody. You can log in any computer here. Most of it you have to make sure that you're on Google Chrome to get to that site. If you're not, get with the committeeman or somebody show you how to get that downloaded as your profile to log into that. Before you bid on any jobs, make sure you have went and looked at the job, know exactly what the seniority it takes to hold it, know what the demands of the job are, how busy the job is, see who's on day shift and night shift, what their seniority is, because you don't want to bid on a job and turn around and there's 3 people above you on nights that's been trying to get the days, waiting for somebody to bid on it with less seniority, then you turn around and get rolled within the month. So make sure you look, ask all the questions you can before you bid on a job, because once the bid comes down and it gets posted, you're the accepted bidder, period. No questions asked. Now you got to DQ yourself and can't bid for 4 months. So don't put yourself in that if it's a job you don't know or haven't researched thoroughly, and ask questions with the supervisor or your committeeman. LAP's hiring some additional TFTs. Right now, like I mentioned in the last video, most of our TFTs we have, 80 of them will convert to full-time before July. We have another 100 that will be full-time in July. So that will leave us with 0 TFTs. Well, we got a class starting next week. So if you'd like to get somebody hired in, now's the perfect time at careers.ford.com. Go on there, just follow the prompts. Have the person that you want to refer log into the system. They'll be given emailed a registration number. Go to labor, fill out the referral form, put the registration number for that person in there. Then LAP can go in and slate and move that person over to the LAP. So you won't have to worry about them getting pulled and going to KTP. If they don't care, as long as they get hired at whichever plant, go on and log in and they'll automatically get pulled. Not necessarily here at LAP, but KTP's right now grabbing everybody they can, so we have to slate everybody that wants to be LAP to LAP. COVID, as you know, we're still struggling with several cases. Please take care of yourself, wear your mask, wear your glasses, try to keep your social distancing on breaks, at lunch, if you go out, ride separately. Make sure you have your mask on at all times. Wash your hands, try to sanitize. If you don't have a bottle, make sure you got some sanitize as much as you can so we can hopefully get this thing calmed down here at the plant. But as you know, in Louisville, Kentucky, and the United States and around the world right now, we're at peak COVID right now. It's worse than it's been when we had the other viruses. This Omicron has taken its toll on everybody. And whether you're vaccinated or not, it seems to be affecting everybody about the same when you're testing positive. Please follow all the protocols that we got in place and that we got posted on the UAW app. I posted them on the leadership page on Facebook, the A and B crews on Facebook, and the UAW 862 app. Follow those protocols. Call the absentee line. Fill the survey. Call medical. Let medical make the diagnosis exactly what you need to do. Come to work, report to work, not report. Whatever they tell you, you email those exact words and who you talk to. Email that to labor to make sure everybody's on the same page. Understand that's LAP Labo 1. If you get your test, you can email that to DHELLE10@Ford.com. That's David Heller, the head nurse down in medical. You can have them send it to him. They'll print it out there, or you have to bring a printed copy if you're going to return to medical. Remember, it must be a PCR test, not an antigen test. Ford only accepts the PCR test. We're still doing testing down at the hall, 8:30 to 3:30 in the mornings. It's usually a line all the way down to the side road or down Fern Valley. So if you give it wait another hour or so, the line diminishes drastically and you can get in there pretty quick. You can log on to wildhealthtesting.com/UAW and set you up an appointment that'll get you in a whole lot faster. If you're having symptoms or something like that, don't risk yourself, your family, or your fellow co-workers. If you're having symptoms, please go down, get you a COVID test, and follow those protocols. Looks like we're going to have another 2-shift Saturday, Sunday rework program going on. Looks like we're going to have enough radios and the GCM modules. They say they have another good cutoff for those. So hopefully we'll be replacing a lot of those. I think there's a little over 600 radios and a little over 3,000 GSM modules. It's an easy fix, but it's got to go through the system, got to travel, got to go through roads. A lot of drivers got to get the units here for us, because that's a lot of units that's got to get here back through the gate. So when you're working on these units, remember these units are new vehicles that are going to our customers, and please use the utmost respect for their vehicle and put the quality we normally put in every single unit. Keep that up to par as we do these reworks, so the units get out to our customer in the best shape they possibly can, just like they were built off the line the first time. On that note, we got parts come from vendors. Like we get a bad part or missing a clip, a broken pin or something, a big old scratch when you take it out of the basket, it's already damaged. Those parts get tagged, sent back to income and quality, and then they argue and fight about who's responsible, who made that defect. So most of the time we win because it's their problem, or it's missing something, or something's broke on it. It gets billed back to the vendor. The plant gets that money back. So all these parts we're taking off, and like the GCM modules, we're sending those back to the vendor. They're going to reflash or replace them, and then we'll end up getting those parts back. So take them off with care, put them back in the box. A lot of these parts around here, when you take off a part, instead of just slinging it in a rack or throwing it down right now, take care of those parts, because when it goes back to the income and quality, a vendor sees that and it's got a ton of scratches on it, it's tore up. Most likely they're not going to have to pay for that part, even though we know it was their part, because now they can't reuse it because it's totally damaged. So one of the things we can do as a plant in every area is make sure that part gets a little bit handled a little bit delicately to put in that parts rack, so when they come pick it up, we know we're going to get our money back for that part, and that's just cost savings for the plant. Sign outs. Remember, if you're signing out or returning back from medical, lots of people are showing up with incomplete paperwork, dates are wrong, or it's missing a diagnosis. A lot of them, people saying, oh hey, I don't have to put my diagnosis on it. Well, Ford doesn't know why you were out, whether it was an injury, whether you were sick, whether you had COVID, or whether you had pneumonia. It doesn't have to be shown to labor. Medical and the HIPAA laws, that's between you and medical. Medical will give you a slip saying you're eligible to return to work. Labor doesn't have to see the diagnosis, but medical does. Last thing they want to do is know you have something contagious and send you back out the line. So if you sign out and you get the paperwork to come back to work, make sure it has a diagnosis, the dates are correct, and maybe try to come back in a day before to make sure everything is correct and you already got your return to work slip. You can go straight out to the line if you get everything cleared beforehand. So make sure your paperwork is right. There is a diagnosis. If it was a teeth cleaning and you had to go to the dentist if you're on day shift, we can't get out of here before everything's closed. Okay, get that done, come back, and just make sure it says that. If it's just a regular checkup, make sure it says that. Loanouts. The past week we've seen several people get loaned out from their normal departments, from their normal areas and normal jobs. For the most part, people aren't happy one bit about it. We're not happy about it. It already puts a little bit of a stressful time on those people getting loaned out. It's a stressful time for the people in the area because they're short manpower and they got to go above and beyond and train so many people just to get the jobs running at half the speed and trying to keep the quality of the vehicle as best we can. So take the time, if you make sure the people in your area that you're that's getting loaned out there, they're already at a stress level. You're at a stress level trying to get the line running, trying to get all your jobs covered. Just try to be a little more respectful. A lot of the people that you're getting loaned from you have bid out and left trim and chassis for better jobs. So they're not used to the speed and the work any longer that goes on in trim and chassis. So just try to be a little bit helpful with them, be a little more patient, so we can get past this point in time to where we don't have to keep borrowing people from other departments. Overtime signups, please make sure you're going into the overtime system. That's also at louisville.ford.com, LA employee links, LAP SharePoint. Go on there for the overtime signups. We changed it from a weekly sign up to a monthly sign up. So all you got to do is go in once a month, sign up for all the overtime opportunities that you are willing to work. Because when all the overtime starts, getting cut back or slowing down or getting limited, they're going to go off that list. And if you haven't signed up on that list, you're going to get skipped, and the ones that are going to get the work may end up getting a time and a half or double time day just because you didn't sign up. So make sure you're getting used to going in and signing up on the overtime list if you have a classification. The vacation calendars. Most of the vacation calendars should be hung up and should be out there for your review right now to know what weeks that you planned and scheduled to get off. If you haven't seen that calendar yet, you need to get with your supervisor as soon as possible. Make sure those weeks that you put in are accepted or not, and if you think there's a mistake, we can get that corrected now, not 2 or 3 months from now. So a lot's going on right now. As a plant, and as the union, we don't like a lot of people getting loaned out, doing different jobs, doing different things. Unfortunately, you look around, everybody's going through the same thing. Every company, every one of our vendors and suppliers are going through the same thing. But I appreciate the ones that are out there, COVID, take care of yourself, take care of your family, relax, get well, come back to work. The ones that are here working, thank you for showing up every single day and doing a great job. We'll get through this. It's just a matter of time. But on behalf of myself and my committee, take care of yourself and God bless.